Okay, the first thing you're going to do if you want to take an image and send it to the laser cutter is to go to Google and go to Google and find an image that is black and white, a silhouette. So say I'm interested in creating a panda, I would want a panda outline. Like I just explained, the program is going to take the image and it needs to be black and white. It needs to be able to have solid lines around the outside, otherwise the laser cutter won't be able to cut it, and it needs to have an image that's just nice and simple and easy to cut. When I have found an image that I like, I copy that and I paste it straight into 2D Design. If the image is a PNG file, it will go completely black. It cannot work with that file type. You need to find an image on here that has a background that copies and pastes into 2D Design without any issues. You could go the long way around it, and I'm only going to explain this, where you download this file, save it as a vector image that it already is, convert it to a bitmap, and then import it, okay, by using the file import. But you'll find that it's much quicker if you just spend a little bit more time on Google searching for an image that you like. I'm going to just stretch this so it fits slightly in the center of the page. I stretch by moving the yellow boxes at the side, and I move the image from the center. The vectorizing tool is here. This takes a bitmap image made of squares and converts it into very fine lines. I'm going to do that again. Click on the vectorizing tool, click on the image you want to convert, and click monochrome. We only want black and white to appear because the laser cutter can only see colors. If I go back to full color, it sees 4 colors. This would confuse the machine. Black and white, monochrome. Sometimes you have an image and you need to invert it. That's for you to decide. Click OK. Click OK. I've made a decision. I only want this panda. I don't know why. I'm going to click on the clip tool and clip a box around the outside of the panda I want to keep. And clip away all of the outside. This image now is see-through. I can see the back, and I can see that I have full control of this image that I'm going to send to the laser cutter. I'm going to start by creating a shape on Gridlock just so I can measure the size. The size of the mobile phone holder is 80, I think, and I want something that's going to fit nicely, so I can make it the exact size, 80 by maybe 70 or 80, so it's a square and it fits across the top. And you should see that you want this panda, take Gridlock off, you want this panda to fit inside of that box. I would not distort your image though. Okay, that's just me measuring and checking that the panda fits. It looks a good size. This will engrave. There is no cut line on this page because everything's in black. And a cut line is going to be red. To do that, I'm going to click on the contour tool and I want the first contour. And I want it to be quite a small gap, so I'm going to put 0.2 and click OK. Watch very closely what happens to the panda's head. It looks like nothing, but actually when I click, there is a very fine black line, 0.2, that's run all the way around the outside. And I go to colour, and I make that red. This will now cut out the panda, and then engrave the patterns on him. I don't need this box anymore, I just used it to measure. One last final thing to make it quicker to send it to the laser cutter. Save it on your area as a file called Panda. And then what I'm having to do every time I get a student's work is export the file so that it can actually be sent over to the machine. So you can do this for me and speed up the process. Export it as a DXF and save it as your name. I don't know why. Okay. And then hit save and click OK. And that DXF file goes automatically, so I don't have to do lots of setup on the machine. That's how you vectorize a file and export as a DXF.